So Fizz Goku Black is a lot better than people expected. But should you buy him with your red coins? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are taking a look at the available units in the red coin shop currently, specifically the Fizz Goku Black. His Super EZA ended up being pretty crazy, something we did not anticipate. So what we're going to do is kind of take a look at the unit, talk about what he's doing, talk about whether or not I think he is worth your hard-earned 150 red coins. So let's go ahead and start and take a look at what the unit is doing. Upon Super EZA on his super attack, he is now greatly lowering the enemy's attack and defense. Very helpful for fights like Kid Buu, but not doing anything to himself on his super attack effects, right? Just immense damage, right? He's not raising his own defense, not raising attack or anything like that, but that's because, right, he is a nuker. If we see here in his passive, he gets attack and defense 50% per key sphere obtained and an additional 150% when attacking with 3 or more key spheres obtained. He also randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres. He gets an additional 10% per key sphere when there is a Goku's family enemy or when all allies in the same turn are super bosses, right? So really helpful there. He also gets key 1 up to 5 and attack and defense 30% up to 150%, right? That little build of his is really important with each attack received. His chance of performing a critical hit goes up 20% every time he receives 3 attacks in battle. He also randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, Fizz excluded, to Fizz key spheres when fighting super class enemies, and then gives extreme class allies key 3 and defense 30%. So all in all, he is a nuking style unit, which means with the right amount of orbs, you can potentially do some shenanigans with his attack. You guys have seen my showcase for him. You've seen a couple of videos like we did with Kid Buu, where we can launch a 50 million attack super just by getting him fully built up and collecting like 10 to 11 key spheres, right? It's not that hard to do with him changing rainbow orbs and Fizz orbs, although on global we don't really have any good super fights to fight with him yet, but that'll be coming soon with the anniversary, right? With his orb changing, he can pull some shenanigans, but really where this man's utility lies is in his orb changing, specifically his rainbow orb changing, right? He exists on the super bosses team for Fizz Goku Black Rose, right? Who needs those rainbow orbs to get his full power out. So this guy changing rainbow orb spheres, while it is helping him, it's also helping Rose. So you got to kind of manage, which means on average, you're probably seeing somewhere in it's between, I think in all of the runs I've done, somewhere between 7 to 13 key spheres is usually the average, which is going to net him fully built up around 1.1 to about 1.3 on the high end, right? If you get more towards that 13 key spheres. So, I mean, realistically, that is more than enough to tank most normals. He might struggle with a super here or there, but obviously the more key spheres you get, the less worry you have, right? You know, if you manage to get a turn where you can get those bigger amount of key spheres, those super attacks become less and less of a problem. So what does that mean for him, right? His main function is orb changing. His main function is support, specifically for the super bosses team. That's really where you're going to be running him. So the question is, does that mean he is worth your red coins? Well, let's go ahead and let's take a look here. The only other units available currently for red coins are AGL Goku Black Rose, who potentially could see an EZA very soon, and the EZA Gotenks, who we've already did a video on whether or not I think you should coin him. He's incredible. He's coming in about a week, but again, I don't think you should coin him. And to that effect, I don't really think you should coin Goku Black either, right? Goku Black Rose was just featured on the red stone that they gave us during Golden Week, and I did recommend you guys pick him up with the red stone, knowing that once we found out that his EZA was potentially on the horizon. So, right, there was like a small window we had when it was still available. Now, however, there is no more red stone, except here on global, we're about to enter the anniversary. So looking at here, he is also available during the red stone for the anniversary, the red dragon stone. So if you are someone who doesn't need many of these other units, or you want to prioritize super EZA units every time these come out, Goku Black is a good pickup with that stone, where you can save yourself 150 red coins, because your red coins realistically should be reserved for DFE LRs and DFE TURs you're missing throughout the year, right? Your average free-to-play player is skipping most of the major TURs throughout the year, aside from, like, you know, maybe you summon on Golden Week or Saiyan Day, but the rest of the TURs throughout the year you may not, you know, go too deep on, and you may not get the unit. So you should be saving your coins for those type of units. You really don't want to be spending your coins on units you can pick up for free when these stones come around. These stones come around about 3 to 4 times a year. There's no reason I see to waste your coins on him. Now, that is to say that I do not think he is bad. I do think he is worth the coins should you choose to use your coins. I just think, you know, knowing that there is a red stone literally within 2 weeks of me posting this video available to you to pick up this guy for free, I think that that's your better option instead of wasting your red coins. So guys, that is it for our video. If you liked our video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know, will you pick up Goku Black and his Super EZA with your red coins? May you consider investing in the dupes? I'm gonna be honest, I grabbed a dupe to get mine to 69%. I am very behind on these old DFEs, so for me, the 158 coins was worth it. But for you, it may not be, and I'd love to hear where you guys are at in the comments down below. So guys, that's it for the video. If nothing else, thanks for watching, and aloha.